Well, long time no see, my friends. Hello fellow modelers and styling fanatics, welcome back to my channel. I hope that everyone is doing fine and enjoys the hobby. Welcome to the final reveal of our BTR-80 from Italeri in 1/35 scale and number 262. I wanna first apologize from everyone because the last 2 weeks were really busy for me and past George. I had minimum time on the bench, minimum time to catch up with your videos and the latest updates, but I'm gonna fix this. And of course I had minimum time to work, as I've said once again, on my bench. This video will be a cluster F. It's gonna be all over the place, but it still kinda makes sense. And I wanna apologize also for that because it has no consistency. Anyway, before we move on to the main attraction of the video, I wanna do a mail call first. A couple of days ago I received this in my mailbox. It is of course a shop card from Jeff Donahue, Scale Modeling. Whoever is not familiar with Jeff, please go and check him out. He is a jack of all trades. He builds all kinds of cool stuff, but mainly World War I vehicles and theme, military stuff. He is a great modeler, a great guy as well. His videos are, pretty detailed and top notch, and you can have a look. He does great stuff like this one. Anyway, thank you, Jeff. For whoever once again is not familiar with Jeff, I will leave a link to my description for his channel. Please go and check him out, leave a like, and if you are not subscribed, give him a sub. You will be definitely amazed by the stuff he is doing. Anyway, now that I have finished with this one, let's move on to our main topic. Our main topic is none other than the BTR. The last 2 weeks I had minimum time on the bench. I know that it is the third time that I've told that, and I was working here and there doing small portions of the build. I thought that it wasn't necessary to record since there were small portions on each day, and I have made it to a stage that the video doesn't make great sense. But anyway, I have some footage. I'm gonna edit it as best as I can, and we're gonna see what we have in hand. Now let's see what past George and I managed to put together. Well guys, welcome to part 3, which is the part that I mostly do things off camera and I just describe them. But anyway, we're gonna roll with it. And what you see in front of you is the BTR in the pre-painting stage, if there is a stage that it can call like that. Anyway, so the only thing I did off camera, of course, is to attach these 2 hatches that cover the windshield when the vehicle is not moving, of course. And here is what I am planning to do next. I'm gonna paint the windshield frame, which is over here, and then attach the clear part that it is supposed to be the windshield, attach it onto the upper hole, and then make the hole in one piece. Now let me do that, and I'm gonna be back to tell you what exactly I'm gonna do, what paints I'm gonna use, etc, etc. Well guys, things escalated quickly. I have to tell you that I haven't been able to reach the bench for a week, so I don't remember well what I told you in the previous part of the video. As I've said, things escalated quickly, and here we are. I have done quite some progress, although I am late, but there's no problem with that. And the progress that I have done is with various stuff. I'm gonna start with the quick and easy parts first, and we're gonna move on to the whole of the vehicle. So first things first, I have done some work on the wheels of the vehicle. I have base coated them with this color, which is olive green 7967 from Vallejo, and then I have applied the darker green as a camo shade with 71019 camo dark green. Apart that, I have given it a pin wash with Tamiya panel liner, and after that first coat of pin wash was dried, I have gave them another wash with Hamroll dark brown. Now I am waiting for the second wash to dry completely, so I can clean most of it and just leave whatever is onto the cracks and the edges. Onto the rubber part, I have done nothing, since I will first attach to the vehicle and then apply some mud or dust effects. So that's all for the wheels for the time being. I'm gonna leave them aside. I have all 8 there waiting for them to dry, and now we move on to the turret. Turret is just base coated with olive green. Once again, I'm waiting for it to dry completely. As you can see, it has some shiny places, which means that the paint hasn't dried completely. And that's all about the turret for the time being. Once again, I'm gonna leave this aside, and we're gonna move on to my work on the vehicle's whole. So over here I have painted the windshield frame, attached the clear part as I have told you. Of course, the windshield frame was once again painted with the base coat of the whole vehicle, and I just detail painted the windshield rubber seal and the window wipers with matte black, and the black color I have used is 7950 black, once again from Vallejo, only Vallejo color this time. And then I have base coated the whole thing with olive green, apart the mesh over here, which is steel. Model Air Metallic 71065. I am now waiting for this one also to dry completely, and as you can see, I have made it in one piece. It was a little bit difficult to make it in one piece since it has been a little bit warped, I should say. But anyway, the thing that I have done is to glue it partially, glue it in stages. I have attached the windshield, of course, and then I have attached the upper to the lower hole, and I was gluing the thing partially from front to back. And while I was applying glue, I press fitted the upper hole in various places so it can be positioned correctly. As you can see, I have some excess glue over here, but there is no problem. I'm gonna cover it up with mud effects,
and this is the closest I could get. Now the only issue I have is these gaps over here at the rear. I cannot close them enough because they need shear force, and I'm not gonna apply it because I am afraid that something is gonna break. So it's gonna stay as it is, and maybe once again I will be able to cover it up with matte effects. So what's the next thing? What's the next step, you may ask? The next step is to apply the rest of the camo pattern, which means the dark green and flat black here and there.
So guys, as I've said, I am back. Camo has been applied. I have also detail painted a few parts. I need to detail paint a few parts more. And let me explain you what exactly I did. I have applied the two camo colors. One of them is 71019 camo dark green from Vallejo, and the other one is our typical, let me see what it is here, black, again Vallejo 7950. And here is the result, as you can see. I have tried to match the camo from to match exactly the camo from the instructions, but I was forced to, you know, do it freehand here and there. I couldn't match it exactly, but there is no problem if you ask me. And here it is. Camo is not so visible because of my colors. Now you're gonna tell me that's the job of the camo, make a vehicle not so visible, and I'm gonna agree with you. Anyway, apart that, I have also painted, let me grab a pointer, the main gun. This is gun metal. Let me grab our gun metal to see. Here is 71072, and the handle of the gun is new wood, Panzer Aces 311. Apart this one, I have also painted the lids of the smoke dischargers with black, because that's what the instructions were telling me to do. And I have also painted the headlights with chrome 71064, and also I have painted the tail lights. Let's see if I can focus. Yep, there we are, clear red and clear orange with a base coat of chrome, and there we have it. That's how it is looking at the moment. Now you're gonna ask me what's my next step. My next step will be to paint all the periscopes that are located on top of the hull, attach the decals. I think that if I'm not mistaken there are two decals, one on each side. And after I attach the decals, I'm gonna start attaching parts like the exhaust system and Pioneer tools over here at the back. Now let me do that off camera, and I'm gonna return probably for the weathering stage. Fast forward in time. So guys, what you see in front of you is the final form of the BTR. I have completed it off camera. I'm really sorry about it. This video will make no sense at all, and it will have no consistency, but it is what it is. Let me tell you what exactly I have done, and I'm gonna of course tell you my opinion about the kit in general. So let's start from the bottom and move to the tops. The most prominent thing that you see is the addition of the road wheels. Now before I added the road wheels, I have took some of my mud effects that I have used on our previous diorama with the Caro Armato, and I have added them to the vehicle with the help of diluted PVA with PVA glue and water. I have added my mud effects, of course, first in the wheel wells, then onto the bottom, and of course on the other side, and then I have added them onto the rubber part of the tires. Of course, then I have glued the tires. The steering wheel is still movable, as you can see, and then I moved upwards onto the upper part of the hull. I have of course added the Pioneer tools, one over here, it's the shovel, and one on the other side, which is this saw. I have then added the exhaust pieces here and here. I haven't done rust effect since it is a brand new, a modern vehicle, so the guys are taking good care of it. And then apart that, I have done a pin wash with Tamiya black panel liner. After the pin wash, I was thinking of doing some chipping effects, but as I've said, this is a modern vehicle. Guys are taking good care of it, and they are maintain it correctly. So no chipping effects at all for this one. To be honest with you, I wasn't in the mood to chip it. I wasn't sure, so I left it as it is. Now the last thing I have done, that it is included on the stage of weathering, will be some highlights on every corner. And when I say corners, I mean I talk mainly about the corners that had weld seams, like here and all the way around here and there. As you can see, they are a bit shiny. I have used gunmetal, and whenever there was weld seams, I have just highlighted them, did a small dry brush, if you can call it like this. And to top it all off, I've just added the decals, one on each side. It is two decals that needed. It's this one, 20 over here, and on the other side. And with all that, our vehicle is complete. BTR has reached its final form, and now here is my opinion about this build. For a kit from 1991, for a Dragon kit from 1991 reboxed from Italeri, I find it quite solid. I'm not gonna tell you that it was great, but it was solid. It needs some extra TLC here and there, you know, clean up parts, make them fit, some minor filling. If you have seen the video, my previous videos, you know the parts that it needs filling, mainly over here, at the back, and someplace else that I cannot recall right now. And there is nothing too serious, at least for my build. So if you care and you can, if you have some basic modeling skills and you don't want a second bake kit, it is a solid kit. It will be a good build for you. Now I won't recommend it to beginner level modelers. I'm gonna recommend it to intermediate and advanced ones. These guys can make this thing shine even better than my build, and they can take care of it. better than beginners. This may be intimidating for beginners. So if you're looking for a cheap BTR, the basic thing to complement a diorama or create a diorama, I can definitely recommend this one. Now, with all that said and done, we have made it to the end of this episode and series in general. On our next episode, we will start with a new build, but I'm not gonna tell you what exactly I'm gonna do, what exactly is my next topic. This is gonna be a small surprise. Anyway, I hope that you guys found this video helpful or interesting and stick along for the next one. Before I go, I wanna thank each and every one of you guys that watched this video. A special thank you to my old and new subscribers. You guys are the best and you are the reason I keep doing these videos. For the newcomers out there that encounter one of my videos for the first time, welcome guys. I hope that you like what I do. If so, you all know what to do. Leave a like, comment with your thoughts and opinions, share the video if you believe that it deserves to be shared, or even consider subscribing for more builds to come your way. Until the next time, fellow modelers and friends, take care and model on. It was that Mofo Daemon, signing out.